What's going on, folks? It's Archimedes again. Fuck. Well, fuck it. Here goes. Let's see if I can get it out this fucking time. It's like number 12, 14, something like that. I don't fucking know. I guess I'll kind of give you the short and skinny on Twin Flame and I. Uh, so back in 2015, I'm dating this girl, and she's just not jiving. I wasn't happy with her. She's good people. There's nothing wrong with her. You know, I did everything I could to treat her good, her and her kids. You know, took them out fucking camping at the lake and fucking water parks and movies and all kinds of stuff. And it's not that I didn't care about her. I just did not love her the way that she loved me. And I felt like that was fucked up for me to continue to do. Is to drag her along in a relationship, hoping that one day I'll love her the same as she loves me. And I just couldn't do that. I didn't have. I'm just not a fucked up person like that. So it's wrong to drag somebody along with those hopes. Never that they'll get to achieve them. Anyway, first met my twin at a feedlot. I was hauling corn in there, and I mean, every time I went in there, it was like, oh my fucking god, wow. Now let's back this up about 20 years. I was still in high school, and delivering pizza. I actually happened to deliver pizza a few times, a handful of times at least, to her family's house. And upon one time that apparently, I'm assuming the parents were out of town because there was like music in the background. I mean, it wasn't like a party in there, but it sounded like a party with the siblings. Anyway, I delivered pizza to this house. And prior to this, I don't believe I'd ever come across my twin face to face. So I had like a routine that I would go through. Hey, you know, totals, blah, blah, blah. You know, and upon meeting, like as soon as she opened up the door, it was, we were just staring at each other. Like I was talking, I'm sure, I don't know what the fuck I said. Don't know what the fuck I said. Anyway, she hands me some money. I think it was only like $10 or $11, something like, I think on average, something like that. Anyway, I'm trying to hand her this pizza. We're sitting there, literally sitting there staring at each other. Just fucking staring at each other. I don't know what for. And one of her, I think it was her sister had come to the door. It was like, "What are you two gonna kiss? What are y'all doing?" Okay, I didn't fucking know. I didn't fucking have a clue what I was doing. So 20 years later, I'm at this feedlot. Same scenario. Happened all over again. Fucking sitting there just staring at each other. Because I have to sign in. I have to receive this piece of paper that says that I delivered this load, blah, blah, blah. And from that point on, could not get this creature out of my fucking mind. Could not. And it sucked. So we hauled corn in there. And we only had like a couple more weeks to haul in there. And that portion of the high moisture corn was going to be done. Well, I'd taken off and gone down to Houston for like a week. And throughout the whole time I'm down there, I'm thinking, how do I get this one and leave this one? Because this one's not going anywhere and I really want to try with this one, you know. And the whole time I'm down there visiting family or whatnot, I'm fucking trying to figure out how I can make this woman mine. And fucking we get back and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. As soon as I haul in next freaking load of corn in there, I don't give a shit who's around. I'm gonna ask her out. I'm gonna fucking ask her out. So guess what? You guessed it. Never hauled a fucking load of corn in there again for the rest of the year. Touch me in the rectum, yeah. No shit. So, and I didn't have social media at the time. I deleted everything I had on my book face. I didn't have Snap or whatever. I didn't have any of that junk. It was either you text me or call me, or that was it. That was, I mean, had a CB and a two-way radio. That was the only ways you were going to get a hold of me. So I asked one of the guys that I worked with. I was like, "Hey, you mind messaging her on Facebook and tell her, just like, give her my number, blah blah blah." And like a day goes by, nothing happened. I'm like, "Fuck, man, there goes missed opportunity." I'm like, "Why in the fuck can I get a truck in there?" It's like, you know what? I can fake this load and think that I was taking it here, and completely fuck up, and just make some kind of lie out of it. And I thought, you know what? I don't think lying's a good way to start a relationship at all. It's like, I don't want to fucking do that. I really don't want to go over there and look like a retard. It's like, but I gotta fucking find out. You know, is she single? Is she available? What's the deal? How many kids she got? You know, where's she from? Who is it? I don't fucking know anything. You know, and finally another day comes and I get a message and I'm like, okay, well, this is obviously a number that I don't have, so I don't know who it is. So I replied with something silly that would basically say that, you know, the only reply that would be left to send back to me is that's, I don't know who that is. That's when I would know. And that's sure enough what came in. And I was like, oh, well, who is this? And this is blah blah. Sure enough, it was my twin. So from that day forward, prior to that, anytime we hauled, it was at least till 11 o'clock at night, every single time. Even for regular harvest corn, we were out till midnight, 1 o'clock on most nights, just due to the moisture was letting us cut. We were cutting, and as long as the bins were open, we were hauling. And for some odd reason, every single night after that, we never worked past 9 o'clock. It was really odd. She kind of became like a good luck charm. It's like, hey, you wanna jump in this fucking semi with me and ride around all over and deliver corn and pick corn up? And okay. So she jumped in, and I mean, you talk about fucking, we was peas and carrots. Legit. I mean, we was fucking inseparable. And yeah, I didn't want to push this relationship. I didn't want to fucking just boom, you know, straight to the point and just start fucking. But God, I wanted to touch it bad, you know. And I took my time with it. I did. I legit. It took a lot for me to do that, but I took my time with it. And you know, as time progressed, we got more and more intimate, all that shit, you know, and she started staying over, and it was weird. It's like the second night or third night that she stayed, or something to that effect. I don't remember what it was. We're laying in bed. I mean, we just finished bumping the monkeys there. We done fucking knocked boots, bumped uglies, whatever you want to say. Pounded pelvis, and we're laying there. We're chit chatting, and like 3 months prior to this, maybe even 4 months at this point, I'd quit smoking. And at this time, I was trying to slim my drinking down. I was actually very little to none. I mean, if I did, it was like one beer and I was done. Never been that way in my entire life, ever. So it was, everything about the whole relationship was so fucking surreal. And you talk about a fucking love. You know, yeah, you say you love your wife, and I'm not denying that. And I've been in love before. Not like this. This was way fucking different. I felt, sorry, but not sorry, I have felt what the general population feels about somebody when they love someone. And then I've felt this love. Doesn't even compare. It's doesn't even compare. And everything about the relationship was fan-fucking-tastic. Everything was. I mean, her beauty, watching her do makeup, the sex, I mean, the conversations that we have. We could go into a restaurant and we could sit down and eat the entire time for an hour and a half, and not once would either one of us pull out a phone. And there was no moments of awkward silence. We didn't sit there and laugh at other people's expenditures. We sat in conversation 99% of the time. The other 1% is if either one of us left to go get or to go to the restroom, or we were talking to the waitress, or we found somebody come across us, shake hands, hey, how you doing, blah blah blah. They'd move on their way, and I mean, you legit could not have asked for a better relationship. And in fact, too, I'll tell you, and it never dawned on me until after the fact. It was like, wow, like, did you ever notice, the people, the way they stare at us when we walk into the room? They stared at us, and you could feel it too. They would look at us as if our love was so fucking fan-fucking-tastic. Like, I could feel the way women would look at me and ask, quietly in their mind, like, what the fuck are you doing treating her so good like that? Like, what are you doing that makes her love you like that? The way she looks at you or the way she treats you. Because, we'd be standing there and she would just, kind of be standing there next to each other or whatever, waiting in line to be seated or whatnot. She would just rest her head on my shoulder. It's fine. It's no big deal. And then, I'd pop off a little joke, and then she would kind of pick her head up and laugh, and then just give me a big old kiss on the cheek, and you could see women would watch that, and they fucking sit and ask themselves, like, what are you doing to make her love you like that? And you could see men too, like, what the fuck are you doing to keep a woman like that? Like, wow. And it never dawned on me until after the fact, maybe a year after the fact. And still to this day, I look around. People still kind of look at me like that. I've never really found myself to be like a really great looking guy, although I am often told opposite of that I am a really, really handsome guy, like really handsome. And I'm not trying to boost myself or anything, but these are the replies and the answers that I get. So with that, I'm just kind of like, okay, I mean, thank you. I don't boast myself as a really, really good looking guy, but that's fine. I'll take it. And I've noticed since then too, I catch women looking a lot. Once again, I'm not trying to boast, but I catch women looking a lot. Like, you could see them looking out of the corner of their eye like, wow, you are so beautiful, so handsome. It's like, and then like they just kind of just smile and turn away. It's like, okay. And I've noticed a lot since then too. A lot of people greet me, like a lot of guys at different jobs or professions or whatnot. People greet me with, "Hey, boss, what do you know? What do you need today, boss?" I'm not your boss, Hey, chief, what are you doing? Well, not much, Who the fuck is chief? I'm not chief, And I didn't really thought of it that way, but I didn't find out till later too that they say twins often have a natural sense of guidance or a direction of flow or whatnot, however you want to put it, which would put them in a better position to be natural born leaders, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, and all this relationship, this whole relationship, I got a deep feeling that there's something that's being hidden, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, have I been hiding shit? Is there something that I'm not telling her? Is there something she's not telling me? I really got a strong feeling she's not telling me something. And then I thought way back to one of my, I guess what they call a false twin. And it's like, every thought that I ever had about my false twin being like a major liar, about a hidden something that she's not telling me about or refuses to tell me about or sincerely does not want me to ever find out. That was it. that was my twin, not my false twin. It was my twin. I don't think my false twin ever had anything to actually lie about, or not like a past that she was morbidly mortified of me finding out about. So, so twin and I mean, this one time, like I said, I mean, we still kind of within the birthing pains of a relationship, or just basically still starting out. And I think it was actually on our first night to stay over, but we're laying there, we're chit chatting as normal, we're talking about this and talking about that, and I felt something fucking standing right here. And I wasn't scared of it. Obviously, I mean, I don't know if I could tell or not, but I was like, okay, whatever it is doesn't want to hurt me. Otherwise, it would have made him move. It's just standing there. You could just feel a presence there. Like a deep, deep, deep fucking presence. And, and I had a cup of water on my nightstand. I always kept there. And she's like, hey, I don't know if you've noticed, but I kind of feel like something's standing like right in that area. And I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. I got that feeling too. I just didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to be awkward. She's like, well, me neither. And I was like, okay, obviously there's something there that we both picked up on. That's awkward. Not a whole lot of people do that. I don't know what the fuck it was to this day. But I can tell you that a lot of weird shit since then has happened. A lot. At times where I thought I was asleep. I'm positive I was asleep. I thought my roommate at the time, that we were dating, I thought my roommate that stayed in the same house as I did, I thought he had come home multiple times. I am positive I heard his dog and the little dog collar. He said, no, I haven't been home at all this week. And I'm like, dude, it was last night. I heard you come into the house. I heard your boots. They came into my room. I haven't been there, dude. And I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. That's weird. And then several times after that, too, throughout the time that we dated, multiple times, I would feel not like a demon, but like a presence continuously basically fucking raped me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's whatever fucking creature would basically come and sexually take advantage of me. Fucking wicked feeling. Like, it wasn't a bad thing, I don't guess, but it was fucking weird. And I still deal with that sometimes to this day. Not all the time, but sometimes I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to fucking wake up from that dream, Well, we finally decided to call it quits. I had picked up on many, many times. I figured there was a lot of cheating going on that she was doing. I figured there was something deep that she was not telling me, that she did not want me to know about. And I didn't feel like she was being honest with me 100% about something. I knew that there was cheating because, there was multiple times she was like, oh, I was just doing this. And it's like, I don't know. That seems like a fucking bullshit excuse. I don't think you were actually doing that. But I never called her out on it. I never tried to push the subject. It was more or less like, you know what? You're not acting like it's the same person. You don't fucking eat no more. You don't fucking do this anymore. You never want to have sex. Or if you do, you feel or you act more like it's work rather than pleasure. You don't fucking treat me like this no more. We don't fucking, we shower together, but we don't face each other no more. Or you don't fucking face me at all. It's just, I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but I can tell you I am not your ex-husband. I'm not your father. I'm here. I'm somebody that's going to fucking treat you good throughout your life. And she said, I know that, And I can tell you in the middle of the relationship, shit was still going good. And at this point, I had my assumptions, but they weren't like there. And she asked me, she said, hey, would you ever date an ex? I said, I don't know. Why? She's like, well, I need to know. What the fuck? No, I don't have any of my exes that I want to date. I can tell you one thing. I don't ever want to date anybody else. I really don't. I don't care to. I don't want to. I don't want to be by myself. But I've seen myself with a lot of women, and I don't feel as comfortable with them, or never felt as comfortable with them as I do with you. And she said, well, I need to know. Would you ever date an ex? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. What are we fucking talking about here? Like, you want to break up? No, I'm not. It's just a question. And I'm like, I don't like where this conversation's going. I don't fucking like this at all. And she pressed subject. So I basically told her, I guess. If somebody really fucked up, and she's like, well, what if, you just found out some things and you just weren't happy with them? And I'm like, well, I don't fucking know. It depends on what things those are, Is there fucking cheating? Is there this or that? Or I don't think. I've tried dating an ex before after a few years and it just didn't work out. So no, I'm never doing that again. Well, what if it was only like a couple years? I don't know. Maybe, I guess. No. I don't know. So, well, I'm like, how many years? 5? Oh, no. They'd never be able to go more than 5 years without you. Ever. No way. There's no way. And I'm like, okay, well, it sounds like you're planning to fucking leave. No. I was just asking, just generally. What if it was maybe like 3 years or 4 years? And I was like, well, I don't know, I guess. I kind of am a firm believer that everybody deserves one good, honest second chance. If it's an honest second chance, there's no bullshit, there's no this, no that, or whatever they did to fuck shit up the first time. If there's none of that, and it's an honest chance, I guess you can't really deny somebody an honest second chance of not fucking up, And I said, why? And she said, oh, no, nothing. I was just curious, And she said, well, what would they need to do? And I was like, well, if they left the first time and there was no love, what the fuck? What's the point of trying again? So what if they did love you? Well, I don't know. How would I know? I don't know. They're just gonna have to find a way to show you that they really, really, really love you. They love everything about you. I'm like, well, I don't think my dick's that big. Oh no, it's fine. It's perfect. It's fine. They just love everything about you. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know who the fuck this bitch is. And she said, we're driving down the road. Like, we're fixing to go into town or whatever. And she said, I just need you to know, no matter what happens, no matter what's ever said, no matter what comes up, you need to know that I love you. And I'm like, okay, so you were talking about you. No, I wasn't talking about me. Bitch. Do I look fucking stupid? And she did. She just sat there kissing on my face for 10 minutes. I fucking need you to know that I love you. And then from there on, she continued to map me. Anytime we had sex, her hands touched every single part of my fucking body. I shit you not. And it's fucking pitch black. Nah, gosh, let me get behind you. Let me fucking knock the bottom. Let me clap him cheeks from behind. No. I don't like that. I need to see your face. It's fucking pitch black. I can't even see my hand in front of my face like that. What the fuck? Okay, bitch, whatever fucking makes you happy. That's fine. And most every single time we had sex, told me the same thing over and over and over again. I need you to know that I love you. No matter what happens, I need you to know that I love you. Do you love me? You love me. I need you to know that I love you. And I'm like, oh fucking okay. So, yeah, that was weird. I could feel her mapping my entire body, from my chest, my fucking nuts, my back, everything about me, my hair, my fucking face, my eyebrows, every fucking thing. Everything. Almost as if like she's creating a physical touch image that she would need elsewhere. Who the fuck else you gonna be feeling on? You gonna be trying to fucking think of my face. Then it started clicking together. Little shit here and there started popping out. It's like, okay, bitch, who the fuck else was in this fucking car? Oh, well, I cleaned it. You're full of shit. I started getting frustrated with it, and I really wanted to call it out, but I figured I'll be a fucking nice guy. I'm not gonna say shit. lo and behold, we ended up breaking up. And in 2017, kind of like the, I guess, mid to latter part of 2017, and like April of 2018, you know, for fucking months, dude, I was sorrow. I thought I was head over heels. I wanted to propose. I really wanted to spend the rest of my life with this bitch, you know. And in 2018, shit started getting weird, real weird. I opened up my Facebook again, you know, just out of curiosity. I was like, man, I'm fucking open up my Facebook, see what other kind of women are out there. I need to fucking clear my mind of this ex, and I need to move on with my life. I had started fucking drinking a lot, and I mean a lot. And I wasn't making the money that I was either, and the alcohol was no longer free like it used to be. I used to have a fridge. I could walk next door, go get fucking drunk all fucking night, and they'd replace the beer the next morning and then never question it. I didn't have access to that no more. I quit that job to go to a shittier one. Who does that? So, so I'm, you know, me and this guy at work, we pull up to this spot. We got to look at this water meter. I really look at this meter. We wasn't there 2 minutes, and I have a real good knack about paying attention to some of my surroundings. Sometimes the little shit I don't notice, but then every once in a while I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that BB doing there? It wasn't there a minute ago. I was like, who the fuck noticed this BB? This guy. So I'm getting in the pickup, and I'm like, check this out. And I reached down and I pick it up, and it was a hawk feather. I was like, man, that's kind of cool. So I'm playing around with it, and I Snapchatted to this guy, and he's like, that'd look really good in a hat. I'm like, fuck yeah, I would. And so I keep it, you know. Later that day, I got this hat, this feather in my pocket. I was gonna keep it, you know, take it to him and say, hey man, can you fucking twine this in my hat? And he knew about the feather, and he walks in, and he points at me, he says, you need to get that fucking feather out of your pocket. What the fuck are you talking about, bitch? You get the fuck out of my face with that shit. He said, I'm telling you right now, you need to get the fucking feather out of your pocket. It's bad luck. It means a witch is watching you. It's like, fucking stupid motherfucker. No, it's not. And I was like, not all about that bad luck shit. So I took the feather out. Almost died. That very afternoon, me and the guy that I was with when I found the feather, we go out and shoot guns, yeah? And we're out there, we're fucking plinking around. It's like, let's go up to that Cleachy Canyon, let's go fucking look around at this. And it's nice. It was like a fucking 80-degree day, 83, 80 something. It was nice outside. It wasn't like just belligerent, fucking retarded hot, but it was warm. Could have worn shorts comfortably, very comfortably. So we're walking around this fucking Cleachy wall here, and we're looking at all these fucking bullets, and it's like, oh man, look at this one. This one's a pretty big one, you know? Yeah. And, you know, and I fucking look down, I'm like, oh fuck. It's like, dude, hey, what the fuck is this? And I started backing away. It's a fucking rattler. We stuck it out. Motherfucker was this long. Had to be 4 feet, whatever. It was a big fucking bastard, dude. Big bastard. Never rattled. Never said fucking nothing until after we started shooting it. And it took like 3 shots for that to happen. Wicked scary. So we fucking killed him. Okay, it's a cool deal. You know, let's not fuck with him no more. Just leave him right there. And so we're fucking back to looking at bullets again. Not even fucking 3 minutes later, after killing this one. And I told you, say, hey, heads up. In my experience, where you find one, there's always another. Not even 3 minutes later, fucking look down. Oh, hey, dude, look at your fucking feet. He fucking looks down, and I'm this close from behind him. So we were looking over here, and then we're coming back over here, and then I fucking look down, there's another one. Because we started blasting, and it wasn't as long, but motherfucker was big too. Both of them was healthy as fuck. And I'm like, dude, let me snipe this one out with my gun, you know? I'll fucking test my skills on it, you know? He unloaded on that fucking thing and blasted the shit out of it. And since then, anytime I go out there, I go fucking with a loaded gun. I don't give a shit if it's 10 degrees outside, go with a loaded gun. Because where that was at, there's no cell service. So if you get bit out there, you're fucked. Unless you can drive into town in 5 minutes, you're fucked. So we deal with that, and I'm like, okay, no more feathers in the pocket, please. And I still got the feather to this day. I really do. Anyway, from that point forward, from that day forward, I found feathers every single day, multiple times a day, at least 10 a day. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is weird. And even the guy that I most commonly worked with, it's like, hey, I've never noticed so many feathers in my entire fucking life until I met you. Or until, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, me neither. Like, it's fucking weird. We have sat and watched as I'm driving. I'm like, dude, is that a fucking feather right there? And he's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, oh shit, I almost fucking hit this car, Let me stop and check traffic here. So I start pulling forward again, and the fucking feather's falling, just random. And I hit the fucking brakes. I'm in the middle of a fucking intersection here. Nobody coming, whatever. And I fucking hit the brakes. I'm like, what the fuck? And then this feather just is right there, right in the center of my fucking vision, a little white feather. And I'm like, I look at him, I was like, you're going to tell me that wasn't intended? He said, no way, it was an accident. And I was like, fuck, okay, understood. Enough said. And I still find feathers to this day. Not as often, but I still see them in little places that other people wouldn't notice. Later that year, May, went to a baseball game in Kansas City. And watching the game, watching Royals against Boston, yeah. And I'm fucking noticing them. I was like, what the fuck is that over there on the field? And dude's running past. I guess somebody hit one out in the outfield. He runs past and his little feather fucking picks up and then just kind of fucking dingles back down. And it sat there the rest of the fucking game. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Wicked weird. I think I still have a picture of it. Well, then one night, I'm laying in bed, and I'm in a little rent house. Never ever had a problem with plumbing in the house, other than pipes freezing. Toilet never had a leak, not one. All of a sudden, one night, I got drunk that night. Fucking went to bed, whatever. Fucking toilet refills itself, and I'm like, what the fuck? I wake up and I was like, I know what I fucking heard, but was it real? It's never done that before. It's like almost like getting knocked unconscious and then coming to, and it's like, did I just really fucking pass out? What the fuck? And I looked at my phone, and it was 4:44, and I'm like, what the fuck? So for the next week, I started seeing this 4:44. Started having dreams about 4:44. Wicked fucking shit. I mean, synchronicities were off the fucking chart, and I'm like, okay, well that's weird. So I spent the couple nights or like a week or so. It was kind of cold to go in the garage. I didn't feel like tinkering around in there. I just kind of wanted a break. And my TV has this deal where it mutes itself. And since, it does that, I would just pull something up random on YouTube. And it didn't have autoplay or anything like that at the time. And just fucking all this twin flame shit kept popping up, and I'm thinking my rig works. Man, that sounds like a cool fucking name to give one of my rigs, It's like, fuck it, what does this do? And it's like, oh, blah, blah, and, have you ever felt like this? And it's like, what the fuck? Does these people fucking know me? They've been fucking spying on me? What the fuck is this? Like, how the fuck did they know this shit? I'm like, okay. So I started looking into it further, like, what the fuck is this? And like, ooh, yeah, that's dead on. And then I look a little more, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's definitely me. And then you look a little more, and it's like, okay, somebody's been fucking spying on me, dude. There's no way. I mean, you would have to know everything about me to know this much shit. No way. Oh, yeah. All the fucking time. So, that's where my life was. It's already been fucking 35 minutes, and I apologize about it being so long, but even to this day, I see repetitive numbers, and it's been, 5 years? I have not seen my twin face-to-face except for about 4 or 5 months ago, probably. 6 months ago, maybe. We had an air show, and I didn't know she had gone inside. We're at the airport. It's where I work. Sorry, I can't help you, but it's where I work. And she'd been in there before when it was a different company, and I had now moved all this shit out or whatever, and I'm still working there or whatnot. It's a whole fucking new get up. A couple of the same people still work there. It's a whole new business. So, and I didn't know. I went in the office and we're sitting down. We're fucking bullshitting, me and a couple other guys. And there's this beer sitting in front of me. I was like, I didn't give it no attention. I didn't know who was in there. I thought, the twin thing was out yonder still yet. And I'm fucking looking at my phone or whatever, talking to this other guy across the room. We're kind of in conversation or whatever. And I never broke eye contact with him. As soon as I heard the women's bathroom, the toilet flush, and then the door open, I thought, oh fuck. How the fuck would I know that? I didn't know who was in there. How the fuck could I have known? Immediately, I couldn't see past